Hey there, welcome to iBlueSend. So let's get started. I've already got signed in, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you around a little bit. And if you're using HighLevel, you've been looking for an integration to save big and stop dealing with the A2P 10 DLC headache of approval. Here's our main dashboard. I just popped in here, and this first video we're going to drop on our site because we want you to understand how you would connect it as a HighLevel user to your system. But while we're in the dashboard, there was something I wanted to show you here. This is really cool. We can actually embed our dashboard directly into your HighLevel dashboard. So pretty slick there. We also have a custom menu link, and we'll show you how that works. But if you're using our system just kind of standalone as well, so you can actually add a custom widget and bring in, Google Looker Studio or really any outside sources. So think Meta advertising, Google ads, that kind of stuff. So let's just hop in real quick, and we're going to connect a device, and we're going to connect a sub account. So that way you can kind of see how it works. So we've already created one organization, and the way to think of this is organizations are essentially sub accounts in the HighLevel system. So think if you've got 20 sub accounts, you can create multiple organizations, and I'll tell you why we structured this way, and I'll show you why it's very impressive. So first off, we're just going to hop in here, and you can see we don't have any devices, so we got to connect a device. So we're just going to go and connect our first device. Let's go ahead and click away. We have lots of tooltips in here just to get you set up, so that way you understand how things work. But depending on the device limits that you have set up, you'll have a certain number of device slots based on the plan you choose. And so we have a really awesome entry level at $25. That's cheaper than anybody to set up one device and just rock and roll. And then you've got our $99 and our $199 agency plan. The agency plan does get you some cool stuff, but let's go ahead and just pop in. By the way, agency plan gives you 15 slots. So you could literally set up 15 Mac minis with iPhones and do some volume. And we've got a system where you can connect multiple devices essentially, and it will automatically cycle through those to keep your center trust up. So let's connect our first one here. And so we want to download this bridge, and the bridge is right here to download. This is an internal app that we developed in Apple. We're going to go ahead and just download that, and let's go ahead and install it. And you just got to drag that over to your applications. And then what we want to do before we do anything else, we're going to come back over here. We're going to refresh this, and we're going to grab this token. Okay. And so then we're going to come back, and we're going to grab the actual application. We're going to open this up. Just give me a second here. And there it is. And since you can't see it, I'm going to bring this right into view. This is what it looks like. And one thing you'll notice is it says, hey, I want to control messages. So this automatically will prompt, and you want to allow this. You want to allow these connections. They're very important. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm also going to come back here, and I'm going to close this so that way it's not blocking our view. And let's go ahead and connect iBlueSend. All right. Okay, so we got in here, but you'll notice some errors right away. And that's because we have to enable accessibility, and we also have to enable full disk access. And the noise you just heard is because this system is now sending messages. So let's just pop in, and you're gonna go into accessibility. So you wanna make sure that this is turned on, and then you're gonna put in your password, and you're gonna save it. And then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna go to full disk access. And you notice that turns green right away. So full disk access, you actually have to hit the little plus sign and pull it in from your application list. So there it is. And we're going to go ahead and quit and reopen. And that's kind of the normal thing. And once you've done this, you're golden. You got green across the board, and you'll notice that all of the logs are showing accurate. And one thing you didn't see here, and that's only because we've been testing it here, is depending on the country you're in, you'll see a pop-up right when you start the bridge that asks what country you're in. And once you do that once, it's only going to ask you once on that particular device, because it knows kind of based on where you are. So we have support right now in our system for United States, Canada, UK, and Australia. So just a heads up there. And so now we can just minimize that, and you would want to leave that running all the time. So pretty cool here. You've got the Mac bridge. If you've got a bunch of devices, you're definitely going to want to rename them. So I'm going to call this one ZB Studio, because I want to know that it's coming from this particular computer. We're going to go back to organizations, and we're going to look at this organization that we've already got set up here. And you'll notice that we've got the sub accounts, and we've already got one active. But just for fun, let's walk through the sub account connection. You don't actually have to do much as far as in HighLevel to install iBlueSend. We're going to allow, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to go ahead and just sign in here. All right there. So we've just logged in with our HighLevel username and password. So as you can see here, it says you're about to install the following app. It's going to give you access to these things. Again, we have calendar sync, we have contact sync. We've got quite a few things going on, reading your locations, all of the right stuff you should have. And pretty cool here. We're just going to stop for a moment so you can see. So we basically have 7 custom actions and 6 custom triggers. So obviously this is super helpful when you're building your workflows. And as you can see here, there's all the details. We're going to go ahead and connect it to this account. So just for fun here, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to switch it to DevTribe Labs, and we're going to say, okay, connect. All right, so we're going to go back now to devices because we just established that connection. And so there it is. Go back to organizations. And so we've got the sub account connected. Pretty cool there. And if we go over to team here too, we can sync team members from GHL. And the reason we wanted this is, so think you've got a sales team and you want to assign individual devices to that person. And so you can see the contact assignment, the device assignment. This has been a lot of work, and we really wanted a really streamlined way to not only have sub-accounts connected to specific devices, but also have team member assignment to devices. So this is a big one, and this is going to be great for sales teams. So before I go any further, now that I've got one connected, obviously you're going to connect all the sub-accounts you have and connect individual authentications to each one, and then connect the sub-account. You're going to follow that same process. But if we're in a sub-account like this, we should just take a quick look. And so right now it's like, purchase a phone number. We don't have a phone number. We're going to have to go through A2P. Yuck. Well, you can just switch over to iBlueSend. That's it. And you can go like this. And I can say, okay, I want to send this message. All right. So where does it go? Well, it went to the other phone, first of all. And this is a test phone that we're messing with. And if we go to conversations, we will be able to see this. And so here it is right at the top. And you just heard the chime that hit the test phone that we got here. And obviously, I went through this demo a few times and I just wanted to get it just right for you guys. So there it is. You can see it. I'm not going to go into the full platform details, but I will tell you that we have spent a lot of time making this a standalone CRM. So we have iMessaging campaigns right within our system that have conversational AI. So you can actually build your own agents in our system. And we also have a connection to Resend. And if you don't know what Resend is, it is an API first email application that allows you to send email campaigns or automatic responses. And the beauty here is it's integrated with our AI system. And since our AI system using Blue Brain is context aware of everything that happens inside of our system, it will give you recommendations. And if you create campaigns, we've got a ton of templates in here, and we spent time to actually build a library of multiple industries, and we already have the custom values preloaded. So a lot of work behind the scenes to make this a standalone platform, whether you use HighLevel or whether you don't. The idea was the average business owners that don't want to deal with text messaging normally, they can use our system. So pretty cool there. Really cool stuff. Let's go into the conversations. I'm just going to show you in here. This is a big one. So our system sends and receives rich media, and instead of links like HighLevel from Twilio, legitimately it will send rich media. So high quality images, video, not links. And then we even do voice drops right here. So you could go in here, allow this, and I could start recording any kind of voice drop I want to drop in here. And then I could just hit stop. And then we're going to go ahead and click send. And while we're in here, I probably should have done this, but you'll notice there's device assignment right here. So you can actually do that there. And then in the profile details over here, this is important. We actually have assigned a team member for contacts, organization assignment. So that way, you can switch those. I could say I want it to this device. And I'm not sure if we have a team member synced from this account. Let's just take a look. I think we do. Oh yeah, there he is. That's me, Mr. Founder. So anyway, as you can see here, it's processing the media. We have secure storage for all of this. For media, we have a 7-day retention policy, 90-day for all messages, just because media can really add up over time. So, and we also don't want too much of your private stuff in here. So it's all already stored on your iMac or your iPhone. And so we figured a 7-day was a fair way to handle that. So pretty cool stuff. As you can see here, I'm not going to get into too much more here. I just figured we'd record this one for you guys because I know that you would have some questions. How does this thing work? Let's give you a quick use case before I let you go. So we have this set up in a few different accounts already. And so obviously appointment set, ads tag, creates opportunity, internal notification, confirmation email, and send, actual iMessage. Well, think I want to build an automation campaign off of tags and I want to send an iMessage. You're going to be using this one a lot. It's a really easy, simple way to handle this. Again, we have built-in conversational AI in our system, but we're also going to be integrating with Closebot as a conversational AI provider. As you guys know, there is nothing better, but our system is really, really slick. One cool feature, it's something we just dropped. Since we know that if you sign up for HighLevel and you go in and you set up your live chat, they only let you select, their SMS provider. So we built our own that has notifications that actually links to the iMessage. So very cool thing that's coming in beta. But hopefully this helps you guys understand our platform a little better and why it's different. It really comes down to the fact that we have a standalone system with a really strong sub-account management, as well as built-in AI tools in our campaigns for iMessage, for email, and a ton of templates and a lot of cool stuff, built-in dashboards. And before I let you go, I told you I would show you what the custom menu link looks like. Here it is. And so this just automatically drops in. And so if you didn't want to add an iframe into your dashboard, you absolutely have this right here, and it'll show everything that you're doing right from the custom menu link. Like you see that, those are the messages we just sent. So pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, well, thank you all so much. Thanks for visiting the page. If you have any questions, please let us know. We're always happy to answer them. Secondly, we have really built out this platform to be crazy affordable, especially compared to what you're going to deal with Twilio costs and everything else. So let us know, again, if you have any questions, but if you're ready to jump in, start using it, we have spent so much time making this thing rock star. So thank you, HighLevel community family. If you're just a business looking in, hopefully this gives you some insight, and we will be talking at you soon. Thanks.